Yo, what's going on, guys? Gonna be playing some max carry lethality Kha'Zix in the jungle. For our runes, we have Dark Harvest with Sudden Impact, Eyeball Collection, Relentless Hunter with Absolute Gathering, double adaptive, so double AD with armor. We're going to be rushing down the most efficient pound for pound item in the game, which is Umbral Glaive. It's in a really strong spot right now on any lethality AD style jungler. They should be taking it right now. It is that good because first of all, the stats per price is very strong. On top of that, more importantly, the price is extremely cheap, so you can hit that first item power spike faster than anyone else fairly consistently. On top of that, the fact that it lets you clear wards and it tells you whenever a ward sees you is pretty sweet. It helps you go into ganks with more confidence. We can go ahead and start bot side. I would like to invade Taliyah, 3 camp invader. She generally farms with around half HP until the end of her clear. When she uses her final smite, she can get back up to full, so she's an easy target to invade. She usually does a full clear as well, so we'll see what she's up to and try to punish it. Kha'Zix can do a full clear. It's one of the slower full clears in the game. He finishes around 330, 335. Even if you have it like completely optimized, it is what it is. It's a lot safer though. Kha'Zix level 6 power spike is kind of insane. You upgrade his Q, and then all of a sudden you can chunk. You don't really want to take multiple monster camps at once on Kha'Zix like you would on other junglers, because you'll lose your isolation bonus. Kind of lame. You don't want to pull these together quite yet. You'd want to finish blue, then smite this guy, auto attack W reset, auto attack Q. Mord's dead. He greeted out really hard. He thought he could pinch Ezreal. Playing Ezreal top, Kate top, it has really good cheese potential, but it's usually the scaling's a little bit off. It's not typically as useful as having a Mord or a Darius on your team. We haven't seen Taliyah on the map yet, so most likely she's in her jungle, still farming. Good news for us. Alright, here she is. She's likely to walk into it. She doesn't know we're here. I don't know why she's walking away. It's kind of weird. Yeah, she's dead. She's a goofball. I don't think she realized how big we were there. Got my smite down. They should focus him now. Juke that out, and he's a goner. Goodbye, Mordekaiser. We are extremely low. Got the flash auto attack. Oh, nice, got the heal. I think I could still kill Taliyah on her red buff. That turned out really well for us. Since their mid laner was already missing a bunch of health, that made that possible. Mord was also behind from our top laner. So big props to my team for allowing that to happen the way it did. Not sure where she's at. This shouldn't be warded. I'll wait a little bit. She must have gone bot side for Scuttle. She must have figured I stole the red buff when I was pushing her back. It wasn't quite low enough, so she's probably bot Scuttle, maybe pushing into my Raptors. I waited 8 seconds just to be sure. Mord's currently missing. Maybe he's going for Scuttle. I don't know. Yeah, so Taliyah, she just came from the bot side Scuttle area. It looks like she's pathing back, maybe for red buff, maybe for top Scuttle. About to find out. Got her with my... Ooh, I think we're dead actually. I greeded a little bit for that. I'll start my recall and we'll dash away. Yeah. I was a little sloppy by them. Probably shouldn't have made it out of that situation. I guess just they were scared to approach bush. And if they both approached the same bush, I might have been able to pull off a suicide because neither one of them has boots. Kind of wild. We'll be hitting a really early Umbral. In fact, I'm not gonna reset. I'm still sitting on red buff. My clear will be just fine. We should be able to get Umbral on our first back. Kind of nuts. Be able to snowball this lead very heavily. Taliyah's showing a little bit too much on the map. That's giving me way too much power. So we know she's going to go to her bot side jungle next, because we know her top side's down and she knows that. She doesn't have boots either, so she's pretty killable for us. She just warded though. It's kind of annoying. That was a good ward. I could take that plant and potentially continue the invade. I want to get my item power spike. Very close to it. We might have to take raptors. Worst case scenario, we might just sell our refill. Yeah, I guess we'll take wraps. That's fine. They're only level 1, so we'll be able to take them rather quickly. I'm gonna hold on to my W because I want my W burn to finish killing these guys, at least the small ones. Alright, so it looks like we need one more W. That's fine. And we're sitting on a full Umbral. Get a big old purchase. Nice. Grab control word, push out for red buff, and then we can continue the same invade style route. Kha'Zix ganks aren't particularly good unless the enemies are shoved up. Like this Mord would be a good gank right now. Our top side is down at the moment, my red buff's up, so there's inherent risk in me losing my red buff. Plus I could solo dragon after red buff. Mord ends up pulling away after you crash the wave since Ezreal's full HP. It would have been an even better gank if Ezreal was low. Mord would be more likely to stay. As Ezreal's full, he knows it's too dangerous to stay shoved. Oh man, we're missing a little bit of XP. About 15. Should be able to get that from breaking a ward. 2 autos. Swain flashes, ends up missing. I can't level up my Q yet, or she'll get away. Because you have to stand still for a second. Pretty sweet though. Ashe didn't have flash. She also only has tier 1, so she's not very fast. AD carries, range champions in general, tend to have very low base movement speed compared to melee champs. Relentless Hunter with no boots, we're moving like 380. Base movement speed, we're moving 350, which is still pretty good. Once you are level 6, Dragon becomes ridiculously easy for Kha'Zix because you're going to go that Q evolve every single time, then you're going to go W evolve like 90% of the time. W evolve's insane. The slow on it is ridiculous. The AoE damage is ridiculous. She knows we can't do this. The Lux abilities are on cooldown, so we have to just cross over. We see Talia's behind, only tier 1 boots. She's going to be crossing over for her red buff. It's up in 50 seconds. I think she's on Raptors right now. I can actually kill her. I'm going to cross. Umbral will let me know if I'm on a ward. She's going to finish Raps and go straight to Krugs here. Walk right into us. Don't even need to use a control ward or a sweeper here because we have Umbral. I'm actually not sure where she went now. She might just be taking forever on Raptor, and I'm not sure. Guess I'll take Krugs while I wait. Alright, those are down. I just saw her mid side, mid lane. I don't know if she'd reset. Soloing Mord won't be easy. I'll go to take her red. I'll pull it into the bush first. So if she does rush from base straight into red, she'll walk into us and we'll kill her. Oh, cool. It just started to walk into her there. She sees me though. Like, this is not ideal. I'll just Q smite it, auto the ward. Now we have to leave because they're rotating. Mord's coming, and so's the Talia. So, I mean Mord and the Kiana. I'm probably about to walk into Mord. I imagine he's in this bush. These guys are so aggro towards me. I don't think she... Ooh, she did actually see me there. She accidentally like knocked me into her herself, which wasn't very good for her, obviously. He doesn't know where I am. I don't even know if he could. Oh, that's not good. Kiana ended up rotating. That's kind of funny though. It's fun being this aggressive with Kha'Zix. We should have autoed then Q'd. That was a mistake on the Talia. Your auto attack has less range than your Q, as you can see. And your auto attack from the unseen threat also slows. So if we would have autoed, we would have obviously been able to Q after. Instead we Q'd first. and then we weren't able to reach her with our auto attack, since obviously your Q has a cast time. You can't cast it and be moving at the same time simultaneously like a Syndra Q. That was my mistake. Needed to close the distance more with my invisibility speed up, auto then Q, and she would have exploded. Looks like she just went bot side and died. Once Taliyah falls behind, she's actually a pretty bad champ. She needs to play from ahead and tempo the game really hard. She's basically a better version of Evelynn in that aspect. She has really long range, she has more CC than Evelynn, and she's a lot more mobile with her passive and with her R. We know she hasn't seen us because our Umbra ult didn't go off. Let's just walk pretty much wherever we want, be pretty confident. Got her very, very low. I'm not going to bother smiting this. My Q. Rip it. There's no ward even over here. We could just wait for their bot lane and they'll walk into us. Umbral is so ridiculous, dude. All supports or AD carries, once they shove wave, they're going to blind face check as long as my support doesn't give it away. I'll R out of bush and try to get on Ashe if I can. Auto attack QW, red smiter, R reset, auto attack Q. They did end up getting the Lux. Props to Lux for baiting it really well. The Leona Ashe have so much kill potential. Oh, she should not have gone back in. She was baiting for her teammate. Swain's here. Got her with my red smite. Ooh, I'm dead though. I needed a level up. That ignite shredded me. GP followed. That's a big mistake. It's a very common mistake that lots of players make, including myself, is you'll follow something. Well, I don't do this very often anymore, but I'm not going to say that I never do it. You follow something because you feel like, oh, I should have followed it. When it's like that window closed, you have to just stay and shove wave, get plates. Because basically, he got nothing. Nothing. She's already spawned in by the time he's shoving his wave since he followed so late. That's why it's like really, really good to play the game with your teammates muted. It makes such a big difference. You're not worried about, oh man, like even subconsciously, because even if you're not like proactively worried about, oh, I hope Lux doesn't say something mean to me, like subconsciously you get kind of like anxiety and your brain's preparing for a conflict or some kind of what's it called, confrontational situation. It's like subconsciously you start excreting those hormones that don't make you feel good. And yeah, it's just really bad. But when you have your teammates muted, that fades really fast and you don't even worry about it. There's no reason to worry about it. It's a silly thing to worry about. Because realistically, this GP player probably knows like the right move was not to follow that. Like he wasn't going to get there in time either way. Whether she lived or died, he wasn't going to get there in time. It's not like he's a fast champion. It's not like he's a TF with an R, Shen with an R. Moore doesn't have that much armor and he's not a full item. We could go rip him. I'm going to save my red smite for that. Mord went missing right when Taliyah's red buff spawning and he's also full health. That's a little weird. A little sussy. Taliyah's bot side. You don't want to be opposite side of your buff if possible because this is what happens. You'll guaranteed lose something. I'll be taking that. And then 1W and it's gone. Wait, okay, so she's still there. I should take her Krugs or kill Mord. I think Mord's the right play here. Umbral's up as well. Q. Ooh, should have autoed first. It's my bad. Made the same mistake. He kind of needs to leave. Oh, yep. Goodbye, Mord. Taliyah hasn't been paying attention. She might actually walk into us here for her red buff. She seems like the type of player who might make that mistake. Get that there. A lot of people, if they're not playing on lock cam, they won't see that ward because they'll be looking on the map. Yeah, someone laid a ward here. It's Taliyah. I'll just reset. I'm kind of pinched anyways. I don't want to walk into them. They don't necessarily know where I am by the time they find me. Ooh. That's awkward. Ashe could arm me. I'm ready to flash. So they actually checked that bush. I could have gone anywhere, but they were kind of just blind checking, hoping. Ashe is shoving back up. We should take this instead. We don't need to necessarily play for kills at this point. Drop a Q smite. Taliyah scares me. Like the Taliyah Qiyana CC. Qiyana can arm me and then Taliyah can put down her rocks and I can't jump on her. Ooh, yeah, I'm pinched. There's two people. Right, great. Right there. I was hoping I would walk into Ashe if she ran back to turret, but I didn't get lucky enough. Second W should wipe this. We'll back when we can afford Duskblade. There's no reason to back before that because we're already stronger than pretty much everyone right now. If we get in a 1 versus 1, we'll be able to win it. Or at the very least, we'll be able to get away. Ezreal's 2 full item. Whew. Press attack Ezreal. That would be really annoying to play against in the top lane. He farmed decently too. For how scrappy that lane's gonna be. She took Scuttle, maybe went top, because my thing didn't see her. I don't know where she went there. Mord is a full item now. Might actually be kind of hard for me to kill. I'm gonna jump over, pop R, auto attack Q. Auto QW, got it, nice. I need to level up, I'll get my W evolution. Once again, don't do that while you're in the middle of a fight, otherwise you'll die because you have to stand still for a second or two. It'd be nice if it was instant. I would have been able to clutch that play a lot harder. Ezreal's ripping her up. Look at that slow. 90% slow if they're isolated. It's ridiculous. It's the Nasus. Straight up Nasus with her AoE. Wow. Okay. I wasn't anywhere near that, but alright. I was completely on the edge of it. It gave it to her, though. Interesting. We'll go Dusk into... Low-key wouldn't mind Deadman's here. Could go for Edge of Night. I think the Taliyah counters that pretty hard because her Q's multiple spells in one. She could shred it and still bang me up with her Q. Same with her landmines. If I try to jump through her landmines, I'll get stunned. So, yeah, I don't think Edge of Night's the move here. I'd rather just have Deadmans to get around the map. Deadmans are force of nature. I already have enough damage to one-shot the squishies on their team as is. I don't need any more damage. Youmuu's would be an okay item here. Collector, GA. I guess Serld's is fine. I could still go Serld's here and hold on to the Ruby Crystal. The Serld the slow is really nice for staying on top of them. Kha'Zix level 3 invade is an okay option. It's not as strong as other junglers level 3s though. You wouldn't want to invade a Warwick level 3 on Kha'Zix, or even a Graves for that matter. Goodbye. She even ignited me. Red Smite's better than Ignite for these type of fights though. Boom. Look at that healing. Umbro's on cooldown, so we'll go ahead and pop Oracles as we walk through here. Yeah, they normally lay one right there. And then sometimes in this bush. Nope. Check this bush. Nope. Cool. Good to go. And now Umbral's back up. With the combination of Umbral and Oracles, you become a absolute vision god. Bonk. That's kind of funny. He's going for that top lane. There's a control word. They're in the area. Might actually be able to cut him off. Nope, so he decided not to go for that top wave. Dragon's up in 40. They may actually want that. Ash is kind of fed. Just decent amount of CS and 5 kills. Oof. These guys are actually making a bit of a comeback. They've gotten my shutdown, GP shutdown. The comp's a little bit better too. I think we should just do Dragon. I don't know where his teammates are. It's making me nervous. Kiana's in the area. She doesn't have R. Ashe is in base. That makes me feel a lot safer. The Ashe R is really scary, and so is her slow. Oh, wow, that stunned me. All right. Dude, what's with these skill shots that are nowhere near me, but I get hit by them? It was in a different part of the map. Straight up like 60 degrees. Oh, wow. They just got that bounty catch-up gold. It's not good. It's going to help them get back into the game. Draxels are win con, too. Like, whichever team gets Draxel, I think will easily win. The comps are close enough to where that's the case. If the comps aren't close, then Dragon Soul doesn't really matter. The team that's going to win is going to win anyways. The team that was going to lose anyways. The Dragon Souls have been nerfed enough. Like, originally, Flame Soul was giga broken. And Ocean Soul was giga broken. All of the souls have been nerfed accordingly, and they even removed the Hextech Soul. It's to the point where I actually think, unironically, Wind Soul's one of the best souls there is. Gotcha. Finally. Got a nice little pick. When someone is actually by themselves. I'll attack Q, W. Beautiful. I knew she was going to be coming around the wall, so I pop invisibility. She didn't even know I was there, and then bam! On top of her like a cockroach. Ashe spawning in 9. My Umbral's up. Talia doesn't know I'm in her jungle right now. I could stay and wait for Talia / backup Swain. Oof, never mind. Worded. They know. I'll test the waters. They may not have been paying attention. I also did walk away after I broke it. Normally wards after you break and give vision for a second or two. Yeah, he used his hook way too early. I think I'm dead though. Yeah. He could just straight up solo me with less items. Oof. That's the more diff when he catches you in the R. If I had my gold spent, I might have actually won it though. Or if I was Conqueror Kha'Zix. Conqueror Kha'Zix way better for those types of situations. Could go for Black Cleaver here as more to build more and more armor. Like I said, I think Edge of Night here is crap against their team. Or at least against the Talia in particular. I don't think it's good. Oh well, I'll go ahead and get it. I think it'll be really good versus the Ashe Rs and the Leona engage on me. She won't be able to hold me down very well. So Leona Rs, Ashe Rs, random Kiana Rs that hit me even though it's over there and I'm over here. Like, and I get it that she can R and it counts that as the river, but she R'd in this direction and I was just... It's freaking nuts, dude. It didn't even show a hitbox. Not on Baron. They're playing really defensive. They're mostly playing near their own base. Might go for E-Evolution next for the resets. More flashy place. About to tango with Talia, hopefully. I don't want to toss my W over the wall. I don't want them to see it. Q cooldown is basically a second. It's reduced by 45% if the target is isolated. Oh geez, yep, that's exactly what I was worried about. A single rock rips it. Yeah, sit on that one, Ash. They didn't even get a ward in this bush. Their bot lane was in a really weird spot there. They might think I'm about to run into them. No, they went the long way around. They're playing it safe. Kha'Zix isn't the best split pusher. With that being said, the only person on their team who can match me is Morden. If I pull him over here, I'll just collapse on his team. I think Ash just landed R on somebody. Oh, I got my thing. Messing around with me. They're not going to be focused on my team. You're gone. Whoa. Why did my red smite not kill her? That was weird. I red smited Talia, but it's like it didn't hurt her. I guess it only does 111 true damage. That's not nearly as much as I thought it was. That's bizarre. I guess maybe it doesn't scale at all. Because that's nothing. So it does... Was this nerfed recently? It only does 48 to 125 true damage. That is abysmally low. Blue Smite does barely any more than Red Smite does. It starts out at a lower amount, which doesn't even make sense. So I guess early game it's a nerf, but late game does slightly more damage. It's kind of weird why the stats aren't just linear on these two. So yeah, only 111. I thought my Red Smite would finish her, but she just wouldn't die. It forced me to overextend to finish her off there. I'll go ahead and go for the Sorrel. At this point, this is when you wouldn't want to be a Lethality Assassin Kha'Zix, because you do fall off. If they get played still caps, hourglass, health items, you start to have issues. Especially after you blow your shutdown gold, then you're just like a worse version of Rengar at the moment. Oh, that's not good. Got a big slow on them. It was like a 3-man huge slow. Got another slow. Couldn't get it on the Ashe, which is who I actually wanted it on there. And that's why you get the W evolution on Kha'Zix for the second evolution, because it's ridiculous. It turns him into a decent team fighter. Without it, in tough team fights, there's not much you can do. Got it. One more drag for Soul, and then we're sitting pretty. Swain died before he could get off his hourglass. I don't think he has any tenacity. At the very least, he didn't build Merc Treads. He might have some on his precision runes. I'm gonna leave a Raptor up. Give her a consolation prize. As long as we're in the jungle, we won't run out of mana. You can build Mana Moon on Kha'Zix. It's an okay item. Oof, someone's trying to surrender. That's kind of yucky. That's kind of funny. We keep killing Talia all the time. Poor guy. We've been farming her for most of this game. Pretty much all of her deaths are from us. We got our W down, and Edge Knight actually saved us there against her R. Boop. Got the Dusk, and you also get the Dusk Blade damage resets as well. And they lost that fight. Awesome. Very nice. Only person to live is Talia. Edge Knight's a really good counter versus her. It's just crap versus the... No, the only person alive is Qiyana. I'm saying the wrong names. Both generic looking female champions. Are you generalizing women? Yes, I am. They're both extremely generic. Talia and Qiyana. Yeah, like I said, against Talia, that's, but bear in mind, that's coming from the perspective of someone who's playing a giant bug. You know what I mean? That's the difference. Fairly unique champion. Closest thing to it is Rek'Sai, even then look fairly different. Talia has two different abilities that completely counter my Edge Knight. However, Qiyana, not so much. I'm glad I went for this item. It's gonna make it. It's probably my most valuable item that I have at this point. Umbral letting us know we're not on a ward right now. Very convenient. Got him. I can still chunk in my slows too. I don't want him to really arm me though. I don't want to fight him. I just want to harass him. Nice. Very cool. Let's take a look at the damage dealt. That was a solid game for some perma-invade Kha'Zix. Looking at damage ult enemy champions, we did have the most in the game. I'm happy with that considering we had the most gold for damage taken. We were nearly the highest as well. Pretty much everyone on the enemy team taking equal damage. I think that goes to show they didn't have a proper front line, or at the very least their squishies were dying too much to be matching that damage. For our runes, got really good value overall. Pretty happy with this setup. And I really like Umbral Glaive Rush, man. It feels so nasty on champions who can naturally build lethality style items. Such a good rush. Lets you invade with confidence, lets you gank with confidence, and it helps you save a lot of time. And even if it didn't have its passive, it still would be worth building because it's such a gold effective item. So really happy with it. If you guys enjoyed this Kha'Zix gameplay commentary guide, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. My name is King Stix. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.